Okay, we are live. Okay, there we go. We are live, War.
Sorry about that.
Oh, what happened?
You said you were gonna go get some water. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea.
Oh, you're gonna get some too?
I already got some.
Oh, okay. And we can talk about whatever. So, and
There I am.
there's Mr. War Nickel Revolution there. So just want to make sure if we're live on, because sometimes when I go live, it just doesn't show at all. Okay, yep, there it is.
No
So
water allowed on stream.
yeah, that's just weird. Because it doesn't really. I don't know why YouTube. I don't know why YouTube does that. But every time I go live, sometimes it just doesn't show, and that's kind of funny. Or sometimes just not really immediately when I press the live button. Okay. Oh, Greg already said something. No water allowed in the stream. Oh, Greg. Um, let's save my number. It's Justin. You guys deleted it too. Oh, I know that's Justin there. I'm not sure if I couldn't see it, but I could see it. Hey DMC, I'm gonna put also the link to the chat too if anyone wants to come up. So which I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna put the link into the chat. See if it actually does this. If it doesn't have, might have to do it the hard way. Because sometimes StreamYard doesn't like that as well. Uh, let's see if you guys can click that or not. I'm not sure if you guys can click on the link. Got the same number? I think I got the same number. That's a friend Justin, so don't worry about it. More.
Okay. I was kind of worried about that because I was like, well, you probably shouldn't be sharing your number online like that. But if
Yeah,
as long as you can
exactly.
delete it as soon as possible.
Yeah, exactly. Like I was like, what? Until he said it was Justin. But before I wait, yep, it's the same number too. Yeah, it's the same number, Jess. All right, let's see if anyone has you can click on it, right, War? If that's clickable, that link over there.
Oh,
No? Let me
let me
try
see.
it.
I'm not on your live stream on YouTube, but I'm going to be.
Okay.
I just gotta mute the stream.
Oh, he's preparing for another stream right now.
I don't see the link in the chat.
You don't?
No, I think YouTube got rid of that where you can do that.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh
Nope.
no,
Okay,
no,
I
now I
did
see
it.
it. I see it now.
Yeah, I see it now. I don't know what happened to that before, but I put it over there so
And
anyone
it
can
worked.
come up and we can talk and other stuff. And DMC can't come because he's doing for his stream. Before you leave, have you got the newspaper yet, DMC? I shipped him a newspaper from 1970 that I shipped, and you know. Oh, okay. On Man's Coins, that's my normal Monday hangout. Okay, yeah, no, yeah. All right, then no worries. So no worries. Anybody in Discord too that can come up too? I might send it to Mason. I'll send the link to Mason if you wanted to. So, War, you have anything like new or doing anything or what?
I mentioned before the stream, I got boxes of coins from the bank,
Right,
but it was kind of difficult to do so because of the coin shortage.
right. The corn shortage. That's yeah.
I guess it's like a still a thing. Like Friday, I got boxes of coins, like no problem at a couple of banks I usually go to. And then
Okay.
Monday, I went to those same banks, and they said, I don't know if it was too close together where I was asking for coins, but they said that they couldn't give me any coins today when I went. So I don't know what's going on. But
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's gonna be tough. So um, for the coin shortage there, if you got it, I have time. I'll be in the chat for an hour. So okay, yeah, sure. Well, you can come up here. No worries. You can actually come up. You see my Japanese 78 video war or
like I said, before I saw a little bit of it, just not all of it.
a little bit? But you saw what they got.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I got a couple of like 4 Japanese 78s, which I would love to do to post those Japanese 78s, but I haven't because of the record player just being a pain in the ass, recently.
Right.
That I have to do do service with the record player to either do so because I want to move most of my records. I might have to re-upload them too. Most of my records to YouTube, my main channel, because that's where my viewing is at. So I haven't really done anything with that. Okay, we got 5 people watching now, which is great. Stream is still going on, which is good.
Yeah, it's not like breaking.
Not like breaking up or anything. Like
Kicking you
before.
out.
Yeah, it's like kicking me all the time. I guess it's because the wording on YouTube, because every time I put history, it does not like the word history around. Like if I put like let's talk about history, they just instantly delete the thing. I don't know why. I guess they just don't like the word. That's what I'm thinking. They just don't like the word for it. So that's sad that they actually decided to do that. So that's weird. So
That is pretty weird.
that's how it is. I mean, go ahead.
With streams with me in the past, I guess, like sometimes I'd throw up like a stream that was going to go on, and for some reason it doesn't like show up.
Yeah,
Or
I hate that. That happens to me too.
I'll be streaming and then like it just kicks me off of YouTube or something like that. I'm like, what's going on? I was just on here.
Man, to be honest, I don't like that either. I hate that. I really do.
Well, Troy, I feel very underdressed. I didn't know I was supposed to dress up for this.
No, you're all right. I just like to dress up most of the time. I don't know. I guess that's just my fashion,
That's cool.
Like, I'm getting, more suits most of the time. I'm also, getting more like that suit back there. I had that recently. That's a 3-piece. I'm not sure if you can see it behind me. That's it right there.
Oh, okay.
I wore that yesterday to the post office, and I wear this fedora too. Look at it. I got this fedora and this suit for like 20, at least like $20, at least.
Wow.
So
What a good deal.
Yeah, very good deal. So I always go there to purchase. At least that's my place to purchase these types of things. You okay?
Water went down the wrong pipe. Oh man,
What happened? What happened?
he's choking on water,
They're
like going
choking on
down
water. Yeah,
my lungs for a second.
I hate that, man. I really do. But that's actually a good deal. Really, really a good deal. I I'm getting more soon, and not just that. I have a whole collection of ties that my grandfather got me in the past. Like I was about to be honest with you, and I know it sounds embarrassing, but I don't know how to tie ties as good. Like this one's not too good. This other ones are not as I wanted it to be. But like I said, I try to wear this. This one's pretty good. Look at that one.
Wow.
Yeah. Actually, this has to be one of my favorites. But the thing is, with this is that, and well, ties in general. I don't know how to tie them correctly, or right, or straight. Right now, I'm wearing this one with just a bunch of designs.
I don't have COVID, I swear. I'm just choking on water
Yeah,
still.
you just choking on water. I'm like, geez, yeah, I'm just like, you know. So,
The one tie you were showing that you said you really liked, it looks like abstract expressionism, I guess.
what'd you say?
The tie you showed that you said you really liked, it looks like abstract expressionism.
What this one I'm wearing right
Hey,
now?
no, the one you had.
The one I had? Yeah, I just like it. It's like paint splattered around the wall.
Exactly. It's great.
That's why I like this one so much. This is really, really good. It has to be one of my favorites ones to wear. And this is also Italian made. This one I have is Italian made. So I got a whole collection of ties in the back. I got green, I got red, I got all types of different colors. There's even one back there that I'm trying to untie it. It's ruined because I don't know how to tie it right. But I'm working on that. So because that's just one of the things I wasn't taught, and I'm trying to get a fashion like this.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to learn it more. I even have tie clips.
Cyclops.
Yeah. So
Fancy.
yeah. So yeah. But like I don't wear like suits every day because I don't have too many.
I have a lot of like I'm just looking in my closet right now. I'm looking at all the dress shirts I have. I have a bunch of them, but I never wear them. It just feels like
You
too
haven't worn them in a
dressy, I
while.
guess.
Yeah. I mean, this is the only dress shirt I have, so I don't have any other more.
I like wearing a dress shirt with the tie with like a nice knit sweater over the top. I feel like that looks nice.
That no, actually that looks good. I like that too.
And so I feel like wearing that around like Christmas time, maybe like
Christmas
Christmas
time
Day.
maybe. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm getting some more. I think going to like thrift stores, antique stores are more cheaper, and especially I like the older ones too. Getting suits from there. But
I
but
really
yeah.
like this shirt. I'm a really big fan of the shirt. It's
Oh,
got
oh yeah,
planes
that's a
all over
nice
it.
shirt there. That's something that I would wear.
It's very cool.
If I had something like that, I would have wore that for Pearl Harbor Day.
Oh yeah. What a
Yeah,
perfect day. It's
perfect day
also
for it.
got ships on it somewhere.
Yeah, I think I
Um,
see the ships. You have one right there.
I'll show it on the back.
Yeah, there's one over there. That's actually a nice
Right
shirt. I
there.
would wear something like that.
So it was pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
Made in Hawaii.
made in Hawaii. Yeah, I love those Hawaiian shirts. I have a bunch too. My grandfather wear them all the time too. Okay, let's see what the comments have to say about this. Alex says, my school had a similar thing. It censored the history department emails. Yeah, exactly. That's something that YouTube used to work on. Is that they just need to stop censoring all types of history stuff when you're talking about it, especially you don't really mean it. Like for example, like if I'm talking about the Soviet Union, that doesn't mean I'm a communist. Just makes no sense. Like literally that same thing with I'm not sure if you heard of the Armchair Historian. They did a similar thing with his channel. Um, that he was talking about. I think it was like a year ago that he was talking about. Let me look up one of his videos up. I kind of forgot what it was called. I'm looking that up right now. Uh, is it? No, it's not. No, it's not. Something he was talking about the Soviet Union. I guess how unprepared. No, yeah, how why were the Soviets were effective in the Soviet Union. Now this was a problem that uh he put the Soviet Union there, and YouTube didn't like that, so he decided to put Russian instead. Like seriously, and since then, you know, I mean, he put back the Soviets back because he got his channel back, but they kind of just censored him on this on YouTube there. Just because he's just talking about the history wise of it. He's not a communist or anything.
That's kind of crazy that they just censored him like that.
Yeah, it was really I mean, at first I thought like the next team too. After that, all of his videos are gone. I'm like, I thought like his, he just on he unlisted his videos. I thought all of his videos were deleted just because YouTube did one stupid thing. And this guy, he makes good history channels. I highly suggest you should watch him. I mean, those animations that he makes is really good. Um, how he animates history. All right, let's take a look here. What's up, Andy? Good evening. Good evening, Quentin. He is my guy right there. Just finished dinner. All right, and DMC is French here. So you can faites les deniers. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not French myself, so don't quote me on that. And yeah, I have a question on war. Actually, I have a question. Is that do you have Nora Beige 78s? I was thinking about that.
Nora Bates?
Yeah, Nora Beige. You know who she is?
No, I don't
She
think I
was.
have any surveys by her.
Yeah, all right. You've heard of her, right?
I haven't. No.
She's actually a singer. Actually, Awesome Stuff has one of her records. I think it's Freckles. Yeah, I think it was called Freckles. She was a singer during the 1910s, early 20s, and I brought at least like two of her 78s, and I was thinking about getting more probably next year. But at the same time, I'm trying to stop on more about 78s and getting other stuff as well, like spending more on coins, others like just coins, photos, the new stuff that I collect. I mean, I've been collecting coins for a long time, but I haven't really done anything. So you got the box of like you said nickels.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Box nickels like this.
Right. Yeah.
I also got a box of pennies, but I had to go to 3 banks to finally get some coins. So
Okay.
and
So
even like getting
everyone
those
will
coins
know.
was kind of like a long shot in a way because
Right. Yeah.
it's like I don't know if they have any coins to give me because of the coin shortage.
Because of
I guess
coin
the coin shortage
shortage.
is still a thing.
Yeah, still saying, man. I mean, just how this virus just messed up everything in general. You know.
Yeah.
So that's uh that's that's sad there. So, but, yeah. So we got 7 people watching. Thank you guys for looking. Oh, I didn't know I had this many people looking at us right now. At least, like I think the largest was at least 10. I mean, this is great. I mean, the bigger I am, the bigger I get in this channel, the more people that were able to look. But I think it's like I said, if I have, I mean, you said you have time, but
Mm-hmm.
I think it's much better if I had a stream with with another person. So with another person, so it's just much better. At least have someone to talk to instead of by myself. And just waiting for the next comment. It's just much better that way.
Yeah, I'm just looking through a drawer right now, like trying to think of stuff to talk about.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
oh no, like my drunk drawer. Plus, I keep coins in there and like other stuff, like
Just,
a
see
few
what you get.
match safes I have.
Wait, what'd you say, Warren?
Um, or like a match safe. Like this.
Oh, what's that?
It's a little container to keep your matches in from like the 40s.
Oh, and it has the person in there, like
And they,
whoever smoked
yeah,
it.
whoever had it put a picture of maybe their girlfriend or something in there.
Probably, yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool, actually. Oh yeah, that's actually pretty cool that
It's
you
like a
can
couple
actually.
of bucks at an antique store, but I was just like, I'm like, that's a match safe. That's pretty cool.
Pretty
I've
cool.
only seen like super decorative ones. This one's kind of plain, I guess.
Right. Yeah. It's just
All
plain.
it has is the stripedy lines on it. It's kind
The
of beat up,
striped lines. That's in there. Yeah.
but it had a matchbook in it from I don't know when. It's an
Mhm.
old one though,
I have
like
matches.
just a matchbook, but it just
Matchbook.
looks old because it doesn't. It's just very plain.
Very plain. Right. Yeah. You can tell though it's old though.
Yeah,
I mean, hold on, I'll be right back. I'll show you. I have matches. When my grandfather went to not to Spain. What's that island that's near it though? Um, let me look up again. In Lanzarote. I hope I Lanzarote or Lanzarote. I hope I pronounced that right. But it's near the coast of Portugal. Is it? No. Is it? Where is it? By the way, it could be. Where
I
is it? Because
couldn't
my
tell you.
grandfather went here. Yeah, I'm looking on Google Maps right now to get my. What are these the Canary Islands? So, oh man, this point in geography. Yeah, it's in the Canary Islands. Yeah, and I have the matches for them. So yeah. I found it in my one of his blogs. Oh, right here. I wonder if it still probably is because it looks like a modern building. Lanzarote. Thank you. That's how you pronounce it. Thank you. Thank you, Alex. So you went to Lanzarote and in 1972, and these are the matches. Hasn't opened too, but this is it. And then this is the hotel that he went, and here's the hotel matches.
Wow.
These are the matches inside, and that's I have it, and I have the pictures of it. I haven't posted them though too yet too. In the instructions here is in Spanish. Yeah, I'm happy that I found that. All right, Joanne says hi. Hey, Joanne. Um, Alex says that soldiers usually had those sorts of things to remember their girlfriends at home. Your match your match plate, and yeah, that can also belong to a soldier, during World War II. See, that's what's amazing about collecting antiques is that everything has a story. You know what I mean? And when I purchase that item, um, they you always think who had you like what if you like who had owned it before you, or what's the story behind them.
Yeah, that's what's great about antiques. That's something I like a lot. Like these pictures on the walls behind me, these songbooks, is what they are. It's like who had these before me? They kept them in such good condition for so
Yeah,
long.
exactly.
Because a lot of these back here are from like 1900, like 190. Like there's one that says Navajo on it. I think that one's 1905. The one
Right.
I'm pointing at right now, and then this
Like
one is
those
World War
sheet,
One.
those sheet music's back there, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. You always think that. I mean, I even have some of them. I have a tons of old sheet music too. That's in my piano, and you know, and these are the type of music that my great grandparents listened to, and then Toby listened to them as well. And I can't believe I have them. I even still have the um um. She put her name on some of these things. And I still have her name on them.
it's very cool.
Chase was about. I should have asked him that I was about to stream. Oh crap! He said that I should. Yeah, I should have told him because now he's scrambling to get here. Um, I mean, I'll send him the link too. Anyway, I'll send him the link too, just in case if he gets here in time. Um, see if we can do that, and Chase would come up and talk with us. So that would be cool.
That would
Uh,
be cool.
you
I was
know,
gonna talk about matches again real quick,
yeah, sure.
just because I remembered someone asked me if I even knew what matches were. I was at work, and they're like, "Do you know what matches are?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do know
Yeah,
what matches are." Like he was talking about these kind of matches, like
like
little
hold on, let me
matchbooks,
look. Let me see.
you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
matchbooks.
yeah.
And he was saying how he's like, remember the past where like matchbooks were everywhere and they were just free, and now you have to buy lighters.
That's
Just
by
it's just
right, yeah.
it's completely different from how it used to be or something.
Pretty much. I mean, if you think about it, I don't think they give them out for free now. Yeah, no, they don't give them out for free nowadays.
Yeah, it's
So
interesting. Like, where did
you
the
just have to
matchbooks
purchase
go?
even like a mat. How matches back then it was free, but now it's not really not. All right,
I
no,
wonder
no
how long
comments.
ago they stopped getting rid of matches, like at hotels and stuff. You know?
Oh yeah, not very long ago, and I'm happy that I have this because this is one of this. Matter of fact, let me look up that Hotel Los Fenores. Fenores, I think that's how you. Let me see if it's still a thing. Not, it wasn't that long ago, so I would say it's still a thing. Oh yes, what do you know? What do you know? It's still there. Huh? It's still there. Yeah, the hotel is because it's not that old, from '72, but the hotel is still there. So I'm thinking about going because I was thinking about going to these places and going to the same places that my grandfather had years ago, and just do a then and now. Oh, what are you doing, War?
Oh, nothing.
Okay, just doing like a then and now, because I would love to go to the same hotel, same places that he went to, and just do it then and now, man. I would love to do that one of these days. I think that's one of my goals. Here's Chase. Hey,
Hey
Chase.
there. Are you guys able
Hey.
to hear me?
Yep, we can hear
Yep.
you.
Okay, cool. Do I sound good or no? Am I distant or whatever?
You sound pretty good. I can hear you.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Sorry
yeah.
for being a little late.
That's all right. We're talking about matches now, and I just got these hotel matches. Well, I found them. These hotel matches that my grandfather went. He went to Lance. How you pronounce it? Lanzarote. Yep, Lanzarote. He went to 72. It's near the coast of Spain, it's in the Canary Islands.
Mm-hmm.
And I have his hotel matches, and I'm looking up the hotel, and the hotel is still around to this day, and it's still serving as a hotel. And I'm, talking towards like one of these days, I want to go there and actually go to the same hotel that my grandfather been to and take a trip there.
Now, by matches, you mean like the same sort of matches that you like use to to strike and fire and stuff like that?
Yeah,
Like
Okay.
matchbooks.
yeah,
Yeah. From
yeah.
what from what I do know, I don't know too much about him, but I do know
Mhm.
that the Hotel Astor was like pretty famous for having those. Like they would put out like a different set each year with like
We're
big
in New York
I believe so, if that's where it was located. But they
because I
put
know there's
out
one in New
a
York.
different one each year between like
Mhm.
1919 and 1933.
Oh, that long stretch. I thought they would give out like a little more than that. No,
I figured that it would be around that point, or maybe 32 or so. But I'm guessing like that they like it was like a special series, but they had to stop for one reason or another.
right? Yeah. I mean, you would say that at least because I know that the Hotel Astor in New York City, in Times Square, they've closed up in '67, and then like in the '70s, the '70s, they demolished this beautiful building. And
It's always like the late 60s and the 70s that so much of the stuff just gets destroyed.
I know, right? If you think about it, yeah, pretty much because a lot of like stuff in New York that they're knocking down like by the late '60s, and so now it's like a 54-story office tower now that was built maybe '73, probably '72, and that's just kind of sad by the look of it.
I mean, just like whenever you look at that stuff, like there's barely any architecture, like modern architecture, like from like the 50s onward that like actually really looks good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, there's not that much. I mean, you think about it because I'm not sure if I told you this, Chase. I said this with Greg. Um, about how Jimmy Davis, he's my mayor, and he's building all types of apartment buildings. And the strange thing is that with this is I'm 50-50 on it. That more people are coming over, so he's building more apartments, not just Bayonne, not just my town, but throughout Hudson County. But he's building you know, all types of apartments that the architecture is not really good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what a lot of problem of these modern buildings is that they just don't show that architecture compared to back then. All that detail and work. Like if you look at like the Philadelphia City Hall, for example, in Philly,
Yeah.
that took like almost 20 years to build, I think. And just because all the amount of um, how I say all the amount of detail that's in that building. I haven't been there myself, but I've looked at it, and if you just look at the amount of detail in that building, you can see why it took almost 20 years because they took pride in these buildings. They took a lot of the architects. They took pride of whatever they're making.
Exactly. Yeah, they were proud of whatever, and even down to like the most minimum detail to like the stuff that nobody would ever see, the stuff they'd put in the walls, they would still put good designs in it.
Exactly. Like a lot of the architects see as their buildings as a piece of art. Like a piece of art, like a painting's masterpiece, like an artist. You know.
Yeah.
Now it's like just dull. You know. Hey George, founded buried. How you doing? So that's it, man. It's one of these days. I would love to visit the Philadelphia City Hall because just like look around the architecture.
Mm-hmm.
It's really amazing, man. It's like I would say not just that, but I think it's the tallest city hall in the United States too.
I bet.
Yeah, and just the amount of time that they put. Like you want to see it? Hold on, let me share my screen so I can show it to you.
If your computer won't freak out, then yeah.
Yeah, I hope not. Okay, let's see. Okay, look at that. Look at the interior of that. You see that?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Look at that. And look how much time and effort that they actually like made that ceiling, and not just that, but like
Yeah.
around it. And this is like the outside of the building. Look at that. And they put the statue of William Penn up on the top, and that clock tower. I think that's something that me and Greg have to discuss with the clock tower. I'm not sure if
Yeah,
they used the
that's
clock tower or not, but I'm not sure if they used that. Like I said, I don't know too much about the building, but I do know that it's one of the tallest city halls in the United States, and
I
this
gotta
is
mute
this.
myself for a minute. I gotta
Sure,
be right back.
sure. And this just proves that back then architecture is just a lot better because people took pride in that types of stuff.
For
Hey,
sure.
hey, Andrew, how you doing? That's Andrew's here. The watch works. Yeah, but it's kind of sad how a lot of places, that's especially historical places, that are going down. Like here in my town, um, there's not a lot of historical place. I mean, there is, there's you see like a lot of Victorian houses down there. A lot of famous stuff, but not too many. Like I think Staten Island has more stuff than Island itself. Doing good. That's very good. If you want to come over, Andrew, the link is on the link is on there. So the link is in the chat. Like we used to have theaters here, at least. We got some theaters, but they've been knocked down throughout the 60s and 70s. So they haven't been survived yet, which is sad. So I bet Staten Island has more stuff than here, and I'm kind of jealous with that, but that's just how it is. I think just the 70s just kind of ruined the town. There's Chase.
Hey there.
Hey. So,
Oh,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah. So, well, I haven't heard from you in a while.
Me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just decided to, well, I haven't even posted anything
No, I'm talking
besides
about
the,
war.
oh, war.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
heard.
I haven't really been saying anything. Yeah. Sorry. Throw my camera back on.
Yeah.
So, so what's the topic moved on to now?
Oh, no, it's still the same thing. I'm still talking on my town here. Is that we just don't have a lot of historical buildings here. They've been knocked down or they're just left to rot. But there's actually like some that people still use. Like if you go downtown, there Victorian mansions, but mostly they're privately owned. Not one of them or is like open up to the public.
Yeah.
We got quote unquote, let's put quotation marks here. Bayonne Museum, which is really an empty bank.
You told me that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Told me that
and
before.
it's really and they said they have artifacts upstairs, but it's like let's be honest, they never open. Same thing with the fire museum. They have the fire museum over there too, but that's like the fire museum is not even it's not even open.
We have, I think the only museum of significance we have over here, apart from the world famous Dolly Museum, is
Hmm.
uh, is the James something museum, which is also basically the same thing, but
It's
by the
basically the
same
same
guy.
thing.
I just got their
Yeah.
email. Let me see if I can figure out their full name. Uh, Give me a moment.
Sure. Oh yeah, we got a couple, like I said, stuff, but we got the Bayonne High School that was built by matter of fact, the Bayonne High School that was a project by the WPA in the 30s to make. Um, that's why it looks like a castle almost. We got all types of stuff, but other than that, it's like also the library too. The public library is also another one.
Hmm.
Um, it's in the interior is not original because there was a fire that happened in 1960, but the exterior is, and they expanded it.
All right, it's called the James Museum of Western and Wildlife Art, but it's basically the same thing.
The James Museum,
Yeah.
huh? Where you're at, Chase?
Oh, in St. Pete, Florida.
Yeah, say Pete. Oh,
Oh,
like
wait,
I'm looking at it
that's not
now.
War.
Like that's the museum you have over there, or
Yeah, War. What War was it that you're showing us?
This is a watch.
yeah.
I never looked at it under a microscope, and I'm like, well, we'll throw it under the microscope and see what it looks like.
Oh wow.
Oh wow. Yeah, he says you're working on that. On that. Oh, it's a watch,
It's a pocket watch.
pocket watch. Which company is it? Is it Elgin?
It's
I
a
don't think
Gruen.
it's Elgin. Oh, it's a Gruen. Yeah,
Oh,
doesn't look like an
Gruen.
Elgin to me.
Yeah, I've been looking into Gruen recently. They've been I've been looking into their older stuff, like not their clocks, but like they had a couple cool radio shows back in the day,
Oh yeah,
in the
the
20s or
watches.
30s. Yeah, Gruen Watch Company.
Huh. I have a couple of advertisements from them. Gruen.
Hmm.
Yeah. Let's go down here to the comments. What is really sad, you either see these beautiful old buildings and demolished for new construction, or just left the band to rot away. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
sad.
Oh, hey, Andrew. Andrew's in there. That's the Watch Works.
Yeah, the watch works.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I could bring him up here since he knows more about watches than I do.
Hmm.
Um, it's even worse when they went crash these Victorian mansions. Yep, that's
It's
true.
got this
Hey
band.
Harry, how you doing, my man? That's Harry Humstone. He's a very good antique collector there too. He buys and sells stuff, and I do like his how he goes to yard sales and he finds very amazing stuff. Harry Humstone, really good guy. I'm happy that he actually stopped by. Like he found at least, I would say he found a microscope from like at least the 1890s, maybe 80s, like late 19th century. So he finds really cool stuff.
Hmm.
Let's see if he's messaging me. He probably did. He's typing. I told him that I have the link over there. If he hasn't, I'll send it up privately too. Like, look at look at that design on on that watch. You see how the design?
It's really intricate, you know.
Yeah.
So it's almost like something that they would make today, like how I don't know, but it's like that's so much design on something that tiny.
Yeah, exactly. They just took the time and effort of that much design just on that tiny ring over there. You see that? Like, that's
Mm-hmm.
amazing. Here comes Andrew here.
Oh, Andrew's here.
Yep. So it's been a good stream so far. 5 people munching now. So
Mm.
yeah. So that's just amazing. Like I said, man, I think back then people not just that, but like just stuff in general. I mean, radio they did it with radios. Have you seen like those radio cabinets back in the 20s?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like those old. I think they call them what's it called? Uh, church? No, chapel house radios because they had the. It looked like a cathedral. What?
Like those cathedral radios
Yeah.
from
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
that's
20s?
probably what I'm thinking of.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like I saw one that was like from the
Yeah, I have an
20s. I
old.
forgot what it's called, but I forgot what it's called, but this cabinet was very beautiful. Like somebody carved this with great passion. They actually like put a Knight of a Sparta in the cabinet, so that's actually amazing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's some good craftsmanship right there. And not just that, the speaker grill actually have like trees, like has like trees and the grass, like a forest, and that's just beautiful, man.
Yeah.
That's really good
Hey,
stuff over there.
Yeah.
So,
testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
well, yes, I can hear you. You
Okay.
sound good right
Yeah, I
now.
have
Yep.
a. Yeah, I have a picked it up in an antique shop for like $7 or $8. But yeah, I mean it's in a really sad condition. But I have an old. It's an old 20s Crosley tube radio. It's not one of those. It's real Crosley. It's not the
Real, yes.
Chinese
Yeah,
It's
like
not the
yeah, that's definitely
Crosley.
tube then. Yeah.
yeah.
It's the
Yeah, like
cabinet's in.
Crosley Radio
Unfortunately, it's in
Corporation.
extremely sad shape. It looks like it sat in a very damp basement. So
Mm.
Right. That's how
yeah,
important
all the
shape
veneers
it is.
warped and coming off and everything.
I still have my 46, my 1946 General Electric. I still have that.
Same here with my
The thing is, it needs to be
1959.
recapped. What,
Same here with my 1956 Philco
Philco?
podcast. Yeah.
Does it work good? Like, is it?
Yeah, it does. You know, the weird thing about it is like right over here, there's the window there, but like down the street, like about 5 or 6 houses down, there's
Mhm.
this guy who's into CB. I think it's CB. I don't know what type it is radio, but it's shortwave and you can talk to people all over the world with it. And it
Oh.
might be AV, but I don't know why. I don't know how, but I'm pretty sure I can hear him sometimes when I put him on. It's like this one clear channel. I have no idea how. I don't know why, but this is like literally an AM radio,
Hmm.
uh, and I can somehow receive him over that. And like he's talking to
Huh.
some guy from Missouri all the time.
That's actually crazy that you actually can receive that. Actually.
I mean, I don't even know how myself because, like, as far as my radio knowledge goes, AM and whatever he's doing to receive on is not the same sort of thing.
Right.
I should be able to hear his conversations.
Like you weren't able to hear it. So, and it's an AM radio, right?
Yeah, it's well AM FM, but like
Oh, so
it's
it's
just
both.
receiving. But like
It,
even then, that shouldn't really be on FM either.
I mean, I don't think so too. Especially he's talking on CB.
Yeah, if that's what it is.
That's
He had like a
actually strange.
he had like a huge man-made like 50, probably 55-foot tall or so tower that's like huge. You can see it from all around the neighborhood.
Oh wow,
That's really cool.
that's actually really cool that you can actually receive that.
Yeah.
Uh, most of the stuff I have, it's pretty much radio stations. I mean, my 46 General Electric is an AM radio, but most of the stations that go are from New York because that's pretty much what Northern New Jerseyans and I would say people that live in the middle listens to is from New York.
Is there anything good on that, or is it all just like bland modern stuff like
Nah, it's
Columbia
just
stuff?
bland modern stuff. I mean, the only station I listen to is from Newark.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's 88 point was it 88.3? Yeah, WBGO. I think that's the station's number. They play jazz music.
Hmm.
Some of them sometimes they go back to big band stuff.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, in some days. So they would get like older stuff and they would play the big band. So, but besides that, I don't really listen to any other stations. Maybe a couple of like. Here's a problem with these oldie stations that they play
Yeah,
like from
like
like the
it's
60s and
always
70s.
55 off and such.
Exactly, that's the thing. And not just that, it's repetitive most of the
It
time.
is. It's like the
It-
same like 20 things.
yeah, exactly. Like it's repetitive. That's also the thing.
Yeah.
That's what I just don't like. All right, let's see what Harry says. All right. Just rang your bell for some reason. I wasn't getting your stuff now. I I will. So I'm glad to see you that you got a group of you're hanging out with, talking history and coins and stuff. Yeah, I'm glad that we have a community that's like this, and and I can able to live stream and talk about stuff like this because if
Yeah,
I
I mean,
wouldn't,
I
I would
need
be
to do
all
a live
alone.
stream eventually.
Yeah, I mean, you could do it on your phone, right? Or you said you couldn't
Yeah, I know how to live. You just go into YouTube app and then go live, whatever.
go live.
I
Yeah,
just haven't
Yeah.
bothered. Maybe I'll do like a live pocket watch or clock service or whatever, because I just got a whole ton in. So
right.
yeah,
Yeah,
and touching back on the subject of like architecture, and just design of older things.
yeah.
Like for instance, oh well, hey,
Hey there.
Hey,
gotta
Andrew.
figure out how to do this quickly.
The gang's all here.
Hey, what's up?
You go here.
Hold on a moment. It's buffering.
Sure. Switch. Those are nice pictures, War, that you're putting up there.
Yeah, I was at this estate sale and I got these postcards. Is what they
Oh,
are.
those are postcards. Okay.
They're just under a microscope right now. I was like, maybe there's something like I haven't seen in one of these photos before, like some
So like
people
you
doing
got your
something.
so you have your webcam up to a microscope and you're putting stuff in front of it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, he has that. Yep.
Wow.
I usually use it for like coin streams whenever I'm looking through coins and I find something, then I put it under the scope. But
Mhm.
it's just a good camera to use to look at stuff, I guess.
Okay, got my camera working.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay, wow, it's really okay. So I was talking about like the design of old stuff, like this old weather
Mhm.
station clock.
Yeah. Oh, you're freezing up and down a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, you can see all the.
What do we
Yeah.
got?
Is it
I mean, you
lagging?
could just see that.
It's
I
very
mean,
laggy on my end.
yeah, it's a little laggy a little bit. Yeah, I noticed that.
What is that object there?
It's it's a barometer slash like what it is. It's like
Antique
a
weather
weather
station
station.
clock,
Yeah, it's a weather station
Oh,
clock.
okay.
barometer, and a thermometer.
Barometer and a
Or a
barometer.
weather
Yeah,
station clock, probably from
from
early
like what
1900s.
1890s.
Yeah, like the woodwork on this is really nice.
Oh yeah, I mean just look at that.
Yeah.
Now you look
Yeah,
at the base; it's solid wood, all together with pegs and all that. And at one time,
I
I
mean,
think
like
this
I
would have
said,
all
people
been
back
polished
then, man,
brass. I'm not a super big person for patina, but I'm not like a
right?
super big person for patina. But I mean, like the way this one is age. It looks really good.
I mean, yeah, for its age, yeah, by the looks of it. I mean, I mean,
Yeah, I need to
it's
find a new tube.
it's yeah, people back then they just made stuff with passion. I mean, like my grandfather, for example. My grandfather made a it's downstairs. I can't bring it up, but he made a chess set. He made a chess set, and he also made the pieces. He made all that by himself. He made the
Yeah,
pieces for it. He made a
yeah. Didn't
chess
he
set.
carve it? Didn't he carve them out?
Yeah, he carved them out. I can't find the pieces, but I remember one time when I wanted to play chess with somebody, he brung it out. I never knew he had this, and he said he made the chess set and everything, and the pieces were big. They were like at least like this big, and man, yeah. And he also made Chinese checkers.
I've heard of it.
My grandmother likes playing that,
Oh
and
yeah, yeah.
my
With the
grandfather
marbles.
decided to make with the yep. My grandmother likes playing that, so my grandfather made a board for her, a Chinese checkers board. All right. Harry says that I'm glad to see young people collecting. Yeah. Um, and I'm happy that people that's my age that do that. Go ahead, Chase. You're about to say something.
We're only survived by our younger generations, so it's good that we have any new collector of
Yeah,
any type for whatever our trade is.
pretty much. Yeah. I just collect
Yeah,
everything now, and
I've always found an interest in old stuff.
it is fun. It really is, and a lot of older stuff. Not just that, but they have a story behind them, and that's what a lot of people just don't
Yeah,
understand
exactly.
about older stuff. Like they have a story behind them, and you think about the person who owns or who owns that particular object, and we see that. So that's why that's how I got into collecting. Actually, who got these magazines before me, because the magazines also do tell a story as well. Everything tells a story, and that's what a lot
Yeah,
of people need to understand with these types of things. Even like when you said, Chase, when I first met you, when you told me about the 78s, how the 78 do have like scratches in them.
yeah, they'll have I completely forgot about that. Yeah, but
Yeah.
like you can tell down just by looking at them, by the physical use of them,
Mhm.
how they've been used, how much people like them, if they dislike them, all you can tell so much from just looking at one.
Right, exactly. Like I have this Nora Bayes record. I'll bring it up. It's in the pile back there. Let me just read the comments and I'll continue the conversation here.
I
Hey, Greg.
apologize
My good friends
for any
Harry. Oh,
noise you hear in the background. My little brother.
that's your little brother. No,
Oh,
it's all right though. You're fine.
Yeah, my little brother's. Well, I'm just gonna. I'll just service one of my watches right
how
now.
about
Actually,
now,
it
Greg?
was
Can you
just a
hear me better
movement, but
now?
I'll just do it right now.
All right. All right. I'll see you, Harry. Chase said they all got a story for sure. They do. Sometimes the stuff looks like it comes back from hell.
It does. It really
It
does.
really does. Yeah. Depending. Wait. And if it's also Greg is telling you, if
Yeah,
I
I have
can't
this
turn
one.
him up, but
I'm putting on my closer. Does it sound better to you now, Greg?
Hey, Greg.
yeah, this is not much of
Well, I'm not
improvement.
gonna start eating my mic.
Am I coming through loud and
All right.
clear, or is it quiet?
You sound
I
pretty
can
good
hear
on my end.
all four of you guys.
I don't know.
Not really, really. Hold on, let me test this myself. I'm gonna
Familiar
mute
work
myself and I'm gonna
surface.
test the stream and see what the viewers end. So I'm gonna test the stream and then I'll come right back.
All right.
I was
Can you
wondering,
hear me?
you guys think that's a gun or do you think that's an umbrella?
It looks like an umbrella to me because you can see the handle
Looks
there a
like an
little bit.
umbrella.
You see the stick that's hanging there.
Well, if it was,
Yeah.
why would
Yeah.
if it was like why wouldn't they if it was then why wouldn't they like be holding it? Why would they be holding it down like that?
I don't know. It's a good question.
I just changed microphones. I think Troy's stumped. And I think he can't hear me.
No, I can hear you. I just muted myself. I just want to know if what Greg is saying. He says Andrew's louder than Chase, which is actually true. Because that's what he's saying. Like he can hear Andrew and War more than you right now.
Well, I mean, I don't want to start like eating my microphone or anything.
Right? Yeah, you don't want to do that. Yeah, no, it's completely understandable. Completely understandable. I'll be right back, and I'll show you the Nora Bayes record. And I'll show you. All
All right.
right.
Okay, I'm gonna ask the audience. Which one of these do you want me to service?
Do that one that's so
Let me
much
get.
worse
Let
to
me look
wear
into
that
the
it
chat
doesn't
right
even
now.
have a face.
Yeah, you should do the one without a face.
Could you repeat
Yeah.
that?
The one that doesn't have a face.
This one right here.
Yeah, that
Okay.
one.
Yeah. So this is the record I have. Let me see, with Nora Bayes. Have you heard Snoop's the Lawyer from by her? And Chase, or
I haven't. I don't really listen to Nora Bayes that much. I don't
right?
really like to even go back to that
You
far
don't want to
back
go
into
that
the
far back into the '78 era, but I've listened to it multiple times. What's that '78 collector that passed away? You know, I forgot his name.
recently.
Yeah, well, I would say recent, but you put him up into the stream. You
I have.
Yeah, you talk about it in the podcast.
Well, how long ago did this guy die?
I don't remember, but I know it's a long time on. I think you guys.
Like,
What's
are
his
you talking
name?
about Rick Colomb?
No, not him. Not Raccoon.
Oh,
Somebody
BGS
else.
98.
Yes,
Yeah,
BCGS
him.
98,
Yeah.
and he posted this song too. And actually, from this record, it actually sounds perfect. Uh, when I played my
Yeah.
56 RCA, and I see like at least like one or two scratches on it, and it's like this has been it has been played. This probably I've seen a gramophone probably like one or two times. Just be thinking about that.
How do you guys hear me now? Is this better
Uh,
now?
yeah, I can still hear you.
I'm trying to like get my voice to sound better for the audience.
Yeah, let me go. Let me test it now. Wait one sec. Okay,
Should
speak.
I
Hold
be
on.
saying something?
Where did I?
Yeah, speak. I want to hear it from the.
Well, hello there. Um, well, I don't really know much of what to say, but going off of what you said earlier, actually going back to the point with for a minute with the radios and such, I always say my rule is for anything like an instrument or a radio or a phono or anything like that. It's just my number one rule is if you want to have the best sound quality, play something for
Mhm.
what it was made on it to get the best results.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, like if you get like if you get like 1925 before playing a acoustic player.
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah, which I want to get one. It's just they're just so freaking expensive.
They can be the only ones that are really cheap
Yeah.
are project ones where you have to put in the work yourself, and even those can be really sketchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed they were expensive.
Because I've seen a couple in antique
I looked
stores,
on
and
eBay.
I looked on eBay too. They're freaking expensive. Even portable ones are.
Cheapest
Your
one was
best bet.
$50, and that thing was a basket case.
Your
Oh,
best bet.
you wanted one
Dylan,
too? You wanted one too, Andrew?
Your best bet would be like for
Yeah, it would seem. I thought it would be kind of fun to tinker around with one of the mechanical ones and get it working, but yeah, not for $50. I'll stick to all these. I don't have the room
What?
anyway.
How bad was
Maybe
it?
when I'm older and
Well, how bad
Well,
was it, Andrew?
I mean, like
How bad was it?
it was like a case and well, yeah, it was missing basically everything besides the motor and just like the bottom of the cabinet. So like,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
pretty.
I mean, I
Yeah,
don't know how much they're really worth, but it sounds a bit high.
they're about high. They're very high. I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen
Yeah.
like
You
ones
should
that
be
go over
like
for like
Then
two
again,
hundred
it's
bucks.
eBay, so
like about the average that you're gonna want to spend for one. Like I mean, about like the average that you'll usually like actually have like that you should be expecting like at the lowest should be like at least 100, 200 something bucks for a full function one.
Right. Like
The best bet
I've
would be
seen
the
one that's
Facebook
like
marketplace for
I'm
your
on
area.
eBay right now and I see one for like 200 bucks.
Your best bet would probably like for prices and stuff would be right now, honestly, Facebook Marketplace above all else.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, whoever's selling one. But, because I would like to post that more base. I mean, I posted on my 56 RCL on Instagram, but I would like to post that an acoustic player. Like here's a strange
Probably
one
depends a lot.
that's why I'm
I've
like,
seen. Here's a strange one here on eBay, and it's made in the USSR, you know, in the Soviet Union, from the 50s. It's a gramophone from the 50s, and it still takes steel needles. It's an electric one too. Have you seen those?
Oh, I like. Wait, are you talking about one of those Russian ones?
Yeah.
Have you seen the what the reproducer looks like on them?
There's a reproduction of them.
Have you seen the reproducer on them?
No.
oh,
Yeah, the reproducers on them, like there's a lot of them that are actually just crapophones that are from Russia uh that are very well disguised. Where the only way you can tell them apart is through the reproducer, and it has like a
Right.
weird pine tree type design on it. That's
Type
a clear
design.
signal.
Well, I mean, obviously, this is an older one, but I mean, I haven't seen an electric a phonograph that uses steel needles, and I wonder how does that work.
Well,
By
there's a
the way,
couple of them I know that go from like there's I've seen foreign machines from the 30s that still do that, but yeah.
yeah, Russian. Hold on, yeah, I'll put it up on screen right now, Greg. Look at that. Guy wants 120 bucks for it. But that's eBay. Look at that. You seen this?
Let me
This
see.
from
The
this is
screen is still going full on.
it's still
so
going on
sometimes
for
I just
you.
go
Or?
into eBay for fun to look at the ridiculous prices people charge.
Yep.
Oh yeah, okay. I think that thing actually might be real. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
I mean,
That's
it looks
definitely a
real.
real thing. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about one that's yeah. This doesn't have
Uh,
that doesn't take steel needles.
yeah, it does. Look.
Where?
Oh, it does.
Let
He
me
has steel needle
let me see a picture of it. Oh,
right
the
there.
hell!
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, I
I've never
know.
seen
That's
that
why I'm
sort of thing
shocked.
before.
I never seen this. It takes steel needles, and this is from the 50s. And then I think you put it up here too.
That is quite strange.
And this thing's electric.
I
This is
mean, okay,
interesting.
like electric ones that still take steel needles, those are not out of the ordinary. Like, 'cause I've seen
Right.
things do that all the way up through the 30s and into the early 40s.
Right.
Yeah,
But that's interesting that it takes steel needles, though.
Yeah, I know. I know another guy. Um, Julian is his name. He's another channel, and he
Hmm.
has an Electrola from 1930, I believe, and it's exactly how it sounds. Where like how the name sounds. It's an electric playing machine. Has it so you don't have to wind it, but it does take
Right.
steel needles still.
Right. Huh, that's interesting. I actually never knew these things existed.
Oh, it seems two of our guys have left.
Yeah. Um. Oh yeah. Watch works EOL, and then I don't know what happened to War. He didn't say anything.
Oh,
He okay.
yep.
He's here.
Andrew's back.
War didn't say. Let me see if he says something in Discord. Probably. Ask him what happened. I mean, he still has the
I
link.
cut out,
I
didn't
sent
I?
it on my Discord. Yeah. All right.
Gosh,
Greg says that
our
that's
Wi-Fi is
real.
pretty bad.
Hold on.
So if
The
I cut out
watchwords
again,
got
don't be
EOL.
surprised.
Yeah.
'Cause- Am I back? Can you guys hear me again? Or
EOLED. What does that mean?
EOL end of the line.
oh gosh, my Wi-Fi is so
Ah,
bad.
okay.
So
That's a real tone arm for sure. Yeah, it takes steel needles. There is a thumb screw at the front of the tone arm. You put them in that hole, then you screw them. Ah, interesting. You treat it like a reproducer. Are you sure the guy dated the machine right? Because this looks 40s then. I mean,
Well,
you
there
never
was
know.
there
This
was
is the Soviet Union, so you know
yeah.
how the Soviet Union with stuff like that. So I'm not surprised if it's from the 50s, because the Soviet Union wasn't really. I mean, just Russia in general. If you look up the history, isn't really.
Well, I mean, there was a the guy didn't take a picture of, but there was a barcode on there, and if there was anyone out there that could do that was experienced in Russian phonographs and stuff, they would
Mhm.
need that to identify when it was and what model it is and such.
Really. Yeah, I mean that's Russia for you. I mean they haven't compare with the U.S. But I mean they didn't take like I said 78 until like the 60s, and then they realized that they got the LPs over America, that they had that since 40s. So, and then like they didn't even use 45s until like the 80s, until like Gorbachev came by. I think that's the reason why they did that into like the 80s, because if you look up the history, Gorbachev, he was he's one of the guys that kind of at least liberalize and the Soviet Union, and actually you know put more freedoms over there. So
Yeah,
perestroika and stuff, and more he wants the Soviet Union to be more open, instead of
yeah,
enemy to the West. So I'm not really surprised that you took him to the 80s for him like doing the perestroika and stuff like that. Um, of how they get reaching to 45s.
okay, how's the video coming through again? Because yeah, my internet's being pretty bad.
Uh,
So
Pretty bad at the moment. Yeah, I
yeah,
understand.
well, I mean, I cut out. Can you see what's going on and everything now? I'm moving around.
Yeah, I
Is
could
it
see.
smooth or is it like really choppy? Okay.
yep. I
It's a
can
little
see.
chonky a little bit. Like every time when
I
you
can
move your
see.
hand,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah. They must be making 78s. They must be making Soviet 78s tougher. I would think so. That too. Then American ones just to take on steel nails. Yep, I would think so as well. I think they'll be making like Soviet 78s even much tougher. Because you got to remember, guys, this is the Soviet Union. It's not like in America how, especially technology-wise, advancements on stuff like that. Like hell, they've been using the gauze, which is since I'm a car buff, using the Gas Volga, using like a 1950 design to like at least the 70s, and they got like a new model for it. So, which I would like to drive
I'll be
one
right
day. I
back.
want to see
Sorry
what
if
it's
I
like
cut.
of these Soviet automobiles. I do like the design though. Uh,
Yeah, if I cut out, uh, I'll try to rejoin when I get back. I'm gonna get my cleaning solution prepared.
sure. Yeah, I'll be going. I'll be right back too, since I'm gonna get something to eat. So I'll be right back. And I'll come right back here. So if you want to look at the comments too, Chase, and talk to Brad
Yeah, I'll
too.
take over for a bit.
Yeah, and I'll be right back. It's just I guess like a
Yeah.
sandwich or something. All right, I'll see you.
All right. So, oh yeah, Greg. Yeah, that's kind of a thing too. You say like in the using using steel needles and such in the late 30s wasn't good. Maybe you could get away with it, depending on the label. That's the thing. Like really, I don't think I can ever stress this enough. But with 78, there is always some sort of exception for something. It's great for keeping the mystery around, but it's so painful whenever you're trying to figure stuff out. There's always a mystery. There's always there's always opportunity for something to be completely unknown about. Like I was just talking to a mutual friend of ours the other day. Um, they had found a 7 and I had I was jumping through so many actually, to actually figure out the basic detail about it. Yeah, you gotta feel the record. You gotta treat the record. You gotta date the record. You have to. It's just a thing. Um, well, it was it's like yeah, you just gotta feel the record, or you just gotta basically you somehow have to just be there in person. Sometimes. Are you still hearing me? Or I mean, are you still cutting? Am I still cutting out, or what? Greg, say something. Oh, well, yeah, nope. Which one? Am I still cutting out? Oh yeah, yeah. If I don't know how to, but I can figure out. I think he put the stream in. Actually, I think I can just DM you. I'm just gonna DM you that now. Yeah, you should have it. Oh, well, it's getting slow here now, so I figure. Well, if no one has done it already, I figure we should get into what happened today. At least say some part of it. Of what happened today. The gigantic elephant in the room, which is December 7th, 1941. The Pearl Harbor bombing happened today. I was never way too into it, but I do remember, like, some of what
Hey,
happened there.
Greg. What's up?
Oh, I'm
Greg, it's time you
actually.
join us.
Geez, I thought I had no time, but apparently that wasn't the case. So here I am.
Yep.
Well, what's up?
Oh, are you
How you
freaking
doing?
kidding me?
What? What's
Oh,
up?
well, apparently. Well, okay. Well, thanks for the great stream, everybody. Apparently, I have to go now.
Yeah, here we go.
Showed up
Come
for 5
on.
seconds. I'm not even. I couldn't plan this, or I couldn't make this up if I tried. Are you kidding me? Is it actually? Let's just
What just happened?
let's just
Actually-
survey the. Let's just survey the
If
situation.
you're gonna go AFK for a moment and don't leave, in case you have to switch back again.
Hang on, there's a big commotion coming from downstairs. I better go see what's going on. I'll be right back.
Here we go.
Oh,
Okay.
wait.
All right.
So you're talking about Pearl Harbor, Chase?
Yeah, if we haven't
Pearl
talked
Harbor
about
Day.
it already, we should probably get into at least a little bit of a discussion about it.
Yeah, we should. Let's go real quick. Yeah, we should. Oh yeah. Um. Yeah, I mean, you know, huge American tragedy here too.
Oh, and I'm good, by the way.
Oh, what'd you say?
cool.
What'd you say,
I'm good.
Greg?
I'm good. I'm all set. I have time apparently.
You have time? Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
My time is
Cool.
your time.
West
Wait,
clock,
Chase.
West clock time. Which?
We're talking about Pearl Harbor now.
Joke's
Greg.
on you. I'm working on an Ingersoll.
Pearl Harbor. Yes. Sadly, we never actually covered the events of it in our history. Well, we kind of did for 2 seconds.
Wait, today?
Yeah.
Well, let me just. I'll get back to Pearl Harbor in a second. I just want to say something with this whole COVID-19 craziness.
Mm-hmm.
Classes at my school are shortened down to about, I don't know, a month and a week. And we are doing work for 3 hours. And in a history class, you'd think Greg would be very interested in what goes on in history class, and I am. But
Right.
it's hard to learn for 3 straight hours and for every 5 days a week, and keep taking in new information. It's and plus you get the history textbook version of the whole thing. So of course it's always watered down.
Right.
And Pearl Harbor, I can't even remember if we covered that. I don't even think we mentioned that.
I don't think you're even up to World War II. Like, when you guys even up to?
The class
No,
just ended
they're
today.
past it. You're in
The
Cold War
class-
right now.
The class
aren't you?
just ended.
Oh,
Yeah, today was my last day. I wrote an exam. And
like,
I'm
what do
not
you
sure
got?
how I
Like,
did.
what time period do you guys start and end from that class?
Oh, we went to freaking we went from, where did we start at? Oh my goodness. Like my senior year, I think we started well, this is my senior year of high school. I think we started the year off with New France. I think that's
New
like the
France,
New
World War
France.
II, New France.
No, not New France, World War II, like
Oh,
Canada, New
I'm
France.
thinking about Free
Like the
France.
1600s.
Yep, the 1600s, 1700s. That's
And-
it. Wow. Okay,
And
then.
that's where we started, and we went all the
You
way to
started.
We went all the way to like 2008
Oh wow. Okay,
from the stuff.
that's a huge jump.
Yeah,
Holy
that,
crap.
and it didn't help that we had to jump backwards as well. Like, why do history teachers
Nice.
do that sometimes? Just go in chronological order.
Yes, exactly. Do that.
Don't skip like
but why
suddenly
be
we're in.
logical, though, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Suddenly we're
Yeah.
in 1944, and then suddenly, but we're also in 1957 at the same time.
I hate that.
Hey,
So
Greg,
just freaking go in one way with yes.
you said you wrote something in at the exam. You wrote something in.
Yeah, I wrote the exam.
You wrote, what did you write?
I did the questions, and I don't know. There was
okay.
like, yeah, there was some short answer paragraph type stuff
Okay.
there. So
Like
I
like
did-
the way that you said it, I thought you were going to say something like, "Oh, I wrote about how much I dislike this class" or something.
I like
Yeah,
the teacher, but I don't like the way she was doing it.
like how she was teaching it, right?
Yeah, and also she has no idea what the difference is between Canadian Pacific and Canadian National Railways. So that's great.
Yeah, I mean,
Nice.
I just hate teachers that are like that, that doesn't go in chronological order. I mean,
Yeah.
think about I have teachers that actually did that because I took both American and world history classes, and they all went to chronological order. So that's what I like
Yes.
because that's how you journey through history. So
That's
whatever time period you start off, that's how you do it.
yeah, you don't go to 2008 when you're in 1939.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
So anyway, that made things a little more complicated.
just yeah. But yeah, I have
So you
plenty to
guys,
watch. Plenty of
go ahead.
watches to work on now, though.
Which
So you guys know how Pearl Harbor happened, right? Y'all know.
let me get this straight. The Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor, obviously in the
Yeah.
Second World War in 1941.
Right.
And
Yeah, it goes a little further back than that, but
well, welcome
Yeah.
to the textbook version. Welcome to
Sorry.
this is the textbook special for you. No,
So,
you'd think
go ahead.
did you guys research most of this stuff yourself, or did you or
Well,
did you get it in history class, or is it both?
well,
most of
for
the
me,
time, go
for me,
ahead.
it's
Go
just
ahead.
for me, it's just watching and reading a lot of Walter Cronkite stuff that got
Yes,
me
he was
my knowledge.
interested.
Yeah, me too.
See-
I was watching a lot of, especially with my grandpa. I was watching World War II documentaries all day with him. So,
Oh, okay. Yeah, you guys
so
have a distinct advantage over me. I can't say I was doing that.
So here's what happens. So Japan is like it's not really a resource country. You know
Yep.
that, right? It's not a big
Mhm.
resource.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So they have
yeah. I know what
to,
happened.
in either to do that, you have to expand to
Yeah.
get more resources.
Yeah.
So they had two plans.
Yeah.
One, they had the Northern Plan that was made by the army.
Mhm.
They invaded the USSR to get Siberia,
Yep.
right? To get their oil and resources from them. But due to the border conflicts that they had with the Soviet Union, the Japanese government says like, you guys suck pretty much because they lost against the USSR, and that didn't
Understatement
work.
of the year.
Huh? Go ahead.
Understatement of the year.
1930.
No, I'm saying understatement of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, so they decided to go with the Southern Plan, which is taking over, most of Asia. Matter of fact, much better. Let me get a map here of the Empire of Japan, and I'll show you what I show, like the map of the Japanese Empire here. So
Troy,
they wanted. Go ahead.
Troy, why don't you just teach me my entire grade 12 history? How about that?
What'd you say?
Can you just teach me my entire grade 12 history?
That we'll be here all day. But
Well, we got time.
from New France to 2008.
Do it all
Jeez.
again. That'd be like a 37-hour stream at least.
There should
Yeah.
there should be like a whole type of history thing, but like a history class, but they don't use textbooks at all. Like they just don't water down anything. They just do everything correct.
Well, they water stuff down to get it
But
into
then
the
it wouldn't be
curriculum.
history class.
Oh, phone call's coming in. I'll be right back.
Okay, sure.
Greg's a very busy man.
Very. I mean, he has all
Yeah.
types of
Jeez.
Jeez. So, this is the map. I mean, this is by 43, but they have like all of this, most of Asia, most of Southeast Asia that they control, especially the islands. And this is the prized possession is the Dutch East Indies. But actually, a couple people in the Japanese government that thought this was a bad idea to actually, do this, because not just the Philippines and also the islands that American owns, but the Dutch East Indies, which is modern day Indonesia.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, you're back. All right.
Yeah.
So I was saying that a lot of the Japanese government with the Southern Plan, right, that the Navy decided to do, um, they thought that the Dutch East Indies, where you see my cursor is, they also thought it was a bad idea. Some say go for it because the Dutch East Indies is actually protected by the U.S. So, not just only that, but you see where French Indochina is. After when they beaten by France, they're also thinking that will be also taken by Germany as well. So they needed all of this. So, so they decided to go with Pearl Harbor and
Uh-oh.
bomb at least a quick victory because the Japanese do know that they're not going to win a war against the United States. So they decided to do a quick victory, just a quick bombing run, which most of the stuff that they actually didn't bomb the important stuff. And, just do a quick victory, but in reality, that never happened. So, and, make peace with the U.S., but that never happened. So
Yeah,
that's
they didn't
pretty
have
much
they
why
didn't
they
have
did it.
time for that before they got nuked.
Yeah, yeah. It's
I'm
they just
laughing, but it's not funny.
yeah. I
No, it's
mean,
funny.
not just that. It's like with the debates. I mean, I get the reason why with the bombings. I'm saying that the bombings is good in a way because just
It
knowing
had to
how the
happen.
Japanese fought, you know, wait, what you say, Chase?
It had to happen.
It
I
had
don't
to
care
happen.
what you say. Whenever you look at the facts, it had to happen.
It had to happen. Yeah, I mean,
Well,
yeah, I would think so too.
they thought that was the best course of action to go nuke Japan.
Well,
And it
yeah,
really was.
it really
It really
was
was.
because if you
Yeah.
just look at if you just look how the Japanese fought, especially like later in
Weren't
the
they
war,
really fierce?
very,
Yeah,
they would do a
they
lot of
didn't.
Oh, they
suicide
were
attacks.
absolutely horrible to our
Yes.
POWs.
Yeah, oh yeah, very with the POWs too.
They were
Uh,
somehow worse than Germany was.
oh yeah,
Somehow.
oh yeah, very very worse than Germany. Oh yeah, especially too. Matter of fact, speaking of the POWs, fun fact: in I think in both cities, we actually had friendly fire over there because there was actually American POWs, Dutch and Australian POWs that were there too as well. And once the bombs dropped, we kind of killed them.
Yeah, there
So
was
no
12
friendly fire there.
Americans in a POW prison camp that died.
Yeah. So yeah. So I mean, it's good of a way that instead of invading the Japanese mainlands, we decided to nuke them there. So I feel bad for the people that died, but
Well, so many innocent people got
some of the
caught up
innocent
in
people
that.
got caught up in it.
Yeah.
But it just had to happen. It really did. I mean, just imagine that we had to invade Japan. And I think I had a discussion with Andrew that no, it would no, not Andrew, with Alex, that if we invaded Japan, I would think that the war would gone at least 2 years longer than it is. Like I would say it probably would end by 46 or 47 just by knowing how the Japanese fighting is.
I
And not just
remember
that, but you also have the Soviets invading the north, and that will create a North and South Japan. And who knows that would even be, we would unify or not. I mean, I think it would be like Korea's situation with how Korea is just divided. Go ahead, Chase.
I remember hearing that Truman had a plan in early 45. He had a plan where he was like, you know what, just screw it. And like where he would just like get every available GI and all troops America had, all like a million of them or
Oh
600,000, something like that, and just send them all into Japan and just swarm them.
yeah,
And he was about to sign off on that, but then something else came up.
Something called the atomic bomb.
atomic bomb.
I actually don't know what canceled it actually, but it probably was it though.
Yeah, it probably was. Yeah. So yeah, so I would say it just has to be done.
But let's get back to Pearl Harbor itself, though.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you don't want to continue, I will.
No, no, no. It's interesting because I mean, since it's the 79th anniversary of it.
No, I mean like if you don't want to continue, I'll pick up where you left off.
No, no,
Oh,
no. We can
and
continue it.
speaking of anniversaries, it is actually tomorrow, and I just checked this now. It is
Okay.
the 1 year anniversary of me having this as the Gregola logo with the golden G. Fun fact:
Oh,
Oh,
this
nice.
this is 1 year old tomorrow.
wow. Okay.
So
And do
that,
you remember you making that too, Greg?
yeah, we knew each other by that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You making the golden G there.
Andrew,
So
what? Oh,
go. Yeah. Go ahead.
oh, Andrew's muted.
Oh yeah, Andrew. Why is he muted?
His Wi-Fi is crapping out on
Oh
him.
shoot! I didn't
Yeah.
realize my microphone. I just had my microphone off.
Yeah,
I
you
asked
were
a
muted. I'm like,
question.
what?
Okay. Yeah. What was like your original profile picture? Was it just
I think it
just
was
the letter of?
It was actually West Clock box art.
yeah, with a West Clocks box.
It was an
Yeah, I
original
remember
box.
seeing
That
it.
would have worked too.
Yeah.
Hey Greg, look at the profile picture I put on the streaming. Thing.
I actually don't.
Just
Oh,
I can
coincidence.
see
oh,
it.
the Franken.
Uh,
Why doesn't that work
It's
again?
I'll show you. That's okay. I need to show you it quickly. It's a different one.
Well, guys, welcome to the Pearl Harbor podcast where we discuss Pearl Harbor.
yes,
And-
growing clocks.
That's definitely what is going on right now. Okay, so
And
there's the Franken. So
clocks.
what'd you do?
This is an Ingram. This is the first watch that I ever bought for an antique store for $1.
Oh, that's not
This
the-
is what
that's not
got
the-
me into this all.
That's not the Franken watch.
No, that's
Oh, okay.
that's on my But I just put this one together last night. I didn't put the dial back on it,
Oh.
but I was able to get this thing running, and it put I don't want to drag on too long, but I put the back plate from an older Ingram movement on there, so you see the
Is
finish.
that nickel plated?
That's nickel plated, and it's
Oh, yeah.
machine turned. If you can kind of see the lines.
And one quick thing, Andrew, and then we'll actually get back to Pearl Harbor here. As the case, so could I use acetone to remove lacquer, like old lacquer? It's almost like it actually might. Wait, isn't it technically shellac? Like, or have I got that completely wrong? Like old oil residue that comes off in flakes. Is that shellac or what is that?
That might be like shellac or.
I mean, it's in
something.
flakes.
That's interesting.
Where we need
yeah,
to start
I'm not
melting
sure.
down Ingrams then, and
No. We what we do, Chase, is we clean clocks and we just scrub all the shellac stuff off and then just make records
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah, let's just make that. out of
Oh,
it.
also take note of the wonderful choice of hands I put on this watch.
Are those West Clock
Is that a
hands?
clear face? Like, is
No,
that
there's
clear
no
color on it?
dial on it. There's a
Oh, so
crystal.
Yeah,
like
there's
the
There's
no
no
glass is
dial.
just- so like the glass is just over it though. I like
Yep.
I like how that looks.
This is it's actually kind of yellowed some. So here, let me.
But you think acetone would work though for removing that? Or
Yeah,
would
it might.
I'll try it.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
It's not the
Here it
it's
is.
just
Yeah,
the
that is a
flakes.
modified West Clock's hand.
Wait, it's modified.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Who
I
modified it?
I widened the center of that so it fits onto here. It works.
Blasphemy.
I know
You-
West
you didn't
Clock's
have any other
parts on an
hand?
Ingram.
You didn't have any other
Oh, no,
hands there?
I put hands.
Andrew,
on
you
this,
bought like
last
50
year when I
watches.
was
How do you
getting
not
in-
have another hand?
Well, this is when I was getting into it, and I put those are the hands I had lying around, and I
Oh,
made them work.
Just make one with toothpicks.
Yeah, just make toothpick hands.
Actually, the Parker
just get yourself
has the Parker alarm clock has a toothpick hand. It came like that.
What? Man, someone must have bought like a
found it.
mini lathe. And...
It looks very strange with it. I don't know, the seller or someone else put it on there.
It's like
I
a
don't
car
know.
clock accessory.
But I'll show time will be.
You know that Andrew always got him and his Parker alarm clock.
There
What
you go,
the?
the Parker.
What happened there? Looks like a compass.
It looks so friggin' weird.
You
But
rammed
yeah,
a
that's the
toothpick
Parker for
through
That's
anyone
the.
so
that hasn't
hard
seen
to
this.
look at.
I might feature this on
Chase
my
thinks
channel
it's ugly.
sometime.
Chase just thinks that
No,
thing's
it's not
hideous.
ugly.
No,
It's,
just with the
dude, it's
toothpick
fugly,
on it. I
it's
was
what-
joking with that.
Oh, okay.
It's
Oh,
it's
and
very strange.
by the way, news from the people who print the Westclock Electric book. We don't know if it's in print anymore. My mom went to our local bookstore, ordered it, and they said, "Well, we'll try to get it. We don't even know if it's in
Oh.
print." But so we'll see what happens.
Also, dude, I don't know if you have this book or not, but I just
No.
got it.
Which one?
Uh,
You bought a book? How dare you? Oh no, I don't have that one. What's I've
Oh,
looked at
dude,
that.
this
Is
is-
that just a price guide or what is that?
it's identification and price guide, so it has like tons
More
of
stuff in it, doesn't it?
So like,
Plagiarizing the book.
yep.
Time to
there you go.
plagiarize the
That's
entire
enough.
book. Andrew, you're gonna have to show me that later. I want to see that.
Yeah.
We each have a different book.
Yes. But yeah, this has like one thing though. I looked in the cover and it's copyright 2003, so I think prices have changed a bit since I was born.
I think this one is copyrighted 2000. I don't know what the heck it is. It's sitting
There you go,
across
the
from me.
Parker
It's
can
the
just
Jim
chill in the back
Jim Lins
now.
version. So anyway, with all that said and
Out of the
done here, December 7th, Pearl Harbor.
Yes.
Greg's
Yeah.
high school textbook version of it, which is probably, well, it's just like it's history in the most basic, watered down version. The problem is if you gave it
Yeah.
to if you gave history to people in the, I feel like it's done like that on purpose to say if you're interested in this, you go research it yourself. It's not worth the school's time. But I feel like they've
Exactly,
also
no one
think-
even tells you to do that though.
no, but like but
they
you have to
also-
figure it out for yourself.
I think they also do it so it's not like, I don't know, a touchy subject or something. I don't know. They just it's almost biased in a way of what they teach. It really is. At
I
least that's what
mean
think.
that like pre-2016 high school textbook stuff was pretty watered down to begin with.
Okay, my school has some like science textbooks. I think the
Mhm.
date in the front cover said 1984.
I mean,
Jesus.
I mean, some of the high school hot plates that we've got in our science lab, they're easily from the 70s.
Vintage, dude. Okay, actually, just last year, our school was still using those, like the projectors. You put the clear sheet over.
Yeah.
You put the clear slide over. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
Many
think
schools
I think
still
our
use
school
that.
still uses some of those too.
They didn't go to the dumb boards. Hey, they didn't upgrade to the dumb boards.
The smart boards. Oh my gosh.
Like we
Well, I don't know. It depends on the classroom. It depends on the teacher. Some have like a little smart board, or we usually just use a whiteboard and we project an image onto the whiteboard. We do have color projectors and all that. Just
Yeah,
So-
but-
So the
Yeah.
point was that like the original point was basically it's an unwritten rule that if you're interested, go search it up yourself. But I also feel like they have it too watered down to the point where it's bitterly uninteresting.
it
yeah.
is.
So they kind of went a little too far. And don't ask me how to make it better because I don't know.
How
Yeah.
can you make it better? I
Right.
don't know. Yeah.
So basically, with the whole Pearl Harbor thing, I'll pick up where Troy left off. Well, So what ended up happening was that as the years went by, this is now like late 1941. Hirohito, I believe it was, yeah, Hirohito, um, and his war generals and such decided, okay, since America won't actually give us what we want, like they had been having a war with China. Japan had been doing a war with China, and America had been just focusing on recovering from the Great Depression and other such things like that. So they wanted to stay out of the war for the most part, even though, to be honest, it'd help the economy a lot more if they were in it. But so they were out and they wanted to stay out of everything. So that meant not giving Japan their oil at all.
Nice.
Um, so Japan decided, okay, we're gonna show America we mean business. Uh, we're going to plan out an attack on their main military base, Pearl Harbor, the most crucial one, and take out everything we possibly can, and take out everything. So they just have to go with us. They just have to obey us. And so they started
Well,
planning.
that's a terrible. Trying to get the U.S. to like almost, how should I say, like
Uh,
there's
just
like
bow
just
down to them.
yeah, basically.
Yeah, but they started planning. They would go from like, I believe it was 300 miles out from Pearl Harbor. They decided to actually launch their from aircraft carriers, Japanese Zeros among several other types of aircraft, and so they launched from their Japanese carriers, and it was the first of two or maybe three, possibly, different. I don't know what they called them, but like uh, attacks. Basically, they'd have one, then an hour later another, and then another hour later the third one. But so they started, and when they were about like 100 or maybe 150 miles out, our new radars in the that were set up over the island picked them up, and they we tried radioing into our other people and such, and they're saying, "Oh no, this is just another training fleet. They're coming in here to Honolulu and such." But they didn't. They did not. They were not. They were Japanese, and so as they came closer, they tried again, but no, they were still saying the same thing. So then there was around the same time the submarine attacks started. Like there was a couple submarines that were planned to actually launch as well. Um, there was going to go into Pearl Harbor, one of which a an actual our actual training for pilots and such happened, and there was we caught one of those submarines, an enemy submarine, then we sunk it, and we decided to radio in to them, to Pearl Harbor, and say, "Hey, we actually have a situation here. There's an enemy submarine that tried attacking us." And the message did not end up going through for one reason or another.
Mm.
And so the first fleet, I think, yeah, the first fleet of planes ended up descending upon Pearl Harbor, and at first, for like the first 30 seconds or so, no one was even attacking it all. They were just flying over, and they said, "Okay, this must be some sort of training mission," but they're flying really low. And then all of a sudden, the plane started dropping bombs and torpedoes, and started torpedoing the ships and such as well. And um, so much happened there. At this point, I wish Troy was back because there's like so much to cover just in this
So
first
so why
fleet
is
alone.
so far, like, why is Pearl Harbor such a significant moment? Like, I get, yeah, it made U.S. join the Second World War, but like, Like they bomb Pearl. Like I heard something about them like not even hitting most of the crucial stuff.
Yeah, they missed. They were way over. There was a lot of aspects to go into it, but mainly being they were aiming mostly for the aircraft carriers, but only like one of the carriers were actually docked that day, and two other of them were out in the they were out in the Atlantic at the time, and yeah, they're further out and not there. They weren't planning on that, but
And this
they
is
were.
kind of and this is kind of a mixed era between steam and diesel ships at this point, right?
Yeah, I believe there was still a little bit of steam powered stuff from World War One that was still chugging along in there. That's
Okay.
I believe
When
the
did
Arizona
the
was originally.
nuclear come along?
The
Oh,
what?
that's 50s more
Yeah, isn't
so
that
Yeah,
60?
that's like
Yeah, I was gonna say 50,
way far
60.
away. Yeah,
at this point anyway.
yeah. But so they were planning on to actually one of their main things was to destroy all the carriers, so they could have no air fleet come and launch off carriers if they were ever to retaliate and attack Japan. Well, they didn't do that, but they definitely had like a ton of. They definitely bombed a bunch of carriers and such, including the most famous one, the Arizona, which I believe was laid down in 1917 and was launched around 1919. And so I may be wrong about that.
What does
Might
that
have been
term mean?
15.
Laid down? Like they
That's
started work
whenever,
on it?
yeah. Whenever they do the first part, the keel of
Mm.
the ship, that like it's basically the spine of the ship. That's when they put it down.
All right,
I
I'm back now.
All right, we are
Hey, Troy.
right as we
Hey.
are right the first onslaught of Japanese planes. Pick up from
Oh,
here. They have just come into Pearl Harbor at this point.
and that's what you guys been talking about.
Yep, you
All
can come
right,
in from here.
that's kind of interesting. That's why I always got interested. You know, when I was studying World War II, it's one of the first few eras I've studied. I was more interested in the Pacific theater than Europe because Europe is more talked about. I would say.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Hold on. I
Pacific.
just yeah. Let me. I completely got the oceans wrong. I meant to say Pacific, but for some reason I said Atlantic earlier.
Oh, okay. When you're talking,
Yeah.
yeah, it's Pacific theater, but I got like little like just more just interested on that, on Pacifics and than Europe because I guess Europe is just just talked much more about because you got those you got like a lot of World War II historians would talk more about Europe and than Asia. So and plus it was the most brutal front of the war. So
Well, folks, I'm gonna go AFK here. I might be back later. I'm not sure if the stream will be over by the time I'm back.
All right.
I'll
Well,
probably end it like probably like later on.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go have dinner then, and then I'll probably end up coming back. So I'll see you guys then.
I'm
Yeah,
actually gonna be
Okay.
going about like 20 minutes from now myself. I
yeah.
have to
How
I'm
leave
gonna
long is this
myself.
stream?
end this. Almost an hour, almost
Oh, you're just gonna end
Well, I
now?
mean, well, I mean, how much
It's
longer?
about 2 hours. Like we've been going for 1 hour and 53 minutes
Yeah,
so
I know. I
far.
Oh,
said
jeez.
almost hours.
So you're gonna call it now, or?
I think we're gonna call it now. When we talked about a lot of stuff, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a
Yeah.
short stream anyway, so I was meant to be short. So,
All right.
but
Yeah, we're not gonna go for like a full 8 hour long one like you
yeah,
guys
Yeah,
we're
did
not.
like
that one time.
Yeah, not today. But
all right, guys. Well, then I'll see you.
all right.
You know, see
Alright,
you
I'll see
guys.
Yeah.
you guys around.
Good
Peace.
good stream. Yeah. All right.
This
See
is
you
a
guys
very
later.
good stream.
Yeah.
We're stopping in the very middle of the story. Yep.
Middle of a story. Yep. Oh, you were talking to a story.
No. I was making a joke. We're
Oh,
stopping in the
okay.
middle of the story.
Okay. But I'll see you guys later. Take care of
Yep.
take care of everyone and stay safe. I would say.
Okay.
Yes. All right. I'll see you.
Bye, y'all.